Welcome back to the Morning Blend. All right, so say you're hit while you're driving on the job. It's obvious you're going to make a claim against the other driver, but can you also claim for workers' comp? Do you have to choose between the two? The pros at Battleborn Injury Lawyers, they answer questions just like this one every single day.
Attorney Matthew Hoffman joins us now from Battleborn, and he has got some answers. Welcome back.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good to have you. Well, that's a good question you proposed there in the intro. So let's talk about that particular scenario.
So it's a common scenario. There's a lot of people that drive for a living. It's one of the #1 professions in America. So if you're driving, you're involved in a car accident, it's not your fault, yes, you can make a claim against the person who hit you. But you can also make a claim for workers' compensation as long as you were working at the time. So there's no reason you can't make both claims. However, a lot of people are told not to make both claims, mainly because I think
By
a lot
who?
of
The business?
Well,
It's shocking.
That's we can talk about that. I mean, the entire business is established to not pay you.
Of course.
But a lot of attorneys just don't do it.
Yeah.
And so they're not comfortable with it, so they just, will tell you, yeah, you don't want to go after workers' compensation, it's complicated, for whatever reason.
But what are the benefits for doing both versus just doing one?
So there's a lot. So let's say you have a traditional car accident case, and you miss time from work.
Yeah.
Well, in real time, in the real moment, you're not getting paid for that time off.
Yeah.
You have to collect that at the end with the rest of your settlement. In workers' compensation, if a doctor deems you to be temporarily totally disabled, you can't work, then you can collect TTD, temporary total disability payments. So you're getting paid while not working. It's 60% of your normal wage. So if you go through work comp, you're getting money. If you don't, you're not getting anything. So that's one of the big benefits. The other thing is that workers' compensation pays for your medical treatment.
Right.
So while you're getting the medical treatment, instead of racking up bills, having co-pays, deductibles if you use insurance or a large attorney's lien, workers' compensation is paying for all of it.
For how long?
Well, so that's the interesting part. So that's the biggest thing that you're throwing away if you don't proceed with both. In Nevada, we have what's called lifetime reopening rights. So if you're injured on the job and you're determined to have a permanent partial disability, meaning, let's take the scenario you end up with a neck surgery or something horrible. And 20 years later, after your claim is closed, you need to have a new surgery.
Complications have come.
Sure, the adjacent level has broken down, and a doctor says this all comes from the original injury.
Right.
20 years later, you can reopen your claim.
Wow.
And workers' compensation will pay for the surgery.
I would imagine you do see that occasionally happening because, someone's in an accident, they don't always know how this is going to affect them years down the road.
That's exactly right, especially with spinal injuries. So if you don't go the traditional route and you go after only the car insurance, well, then that's your limited, #1 pool of money, but your limited time period. You get one shot, and then whatever you get from it, that's all you get. Workers' compensation, at least you have that protection in the future. And that can be really important.
So you're not saying go after one or the other, you're saying going after both. And here's the deal, what you're offering is if you go after the other driver and you take Battleborn, you'll help us with the workers' comp on the house.
For free.
Which is awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, look, I'll be honest, in a lot of cases, I would stand to make much more money on the workers' compensation
because
case.
it's the more difficult sometimes.
Yeah, but and a permanent partial disability award can sometimes be very large, and a minimum policy limit in Nevada is only $25,000. But the way we look at it is, so many people are throwing this away and being told to throw it away. I would be more than happy to help them with both cases, and I'm in the business of helping people, and that pays off later.
No doubt.
How do people get the ball rolling? Many people are intimidated to pick up the phone and call a personal injury office.
Sure. Well, look, when in doubt, call. The worst case scenario is that you're not convinced and you decide you want to handle it on your own. Obviously, I'm going to try to convince you otherwise. But why not get the information? It's free. You can either get on the phone, talk to us, you can come in person and meet with us. You could inquire with our website. The information is free, and at least you'll have peace of mind to know that you made an informed decision.
Awesome.
So
know your options.
Exactly.
It's great to have you. Thank you so much.
It's good
to have you. Thank you.
All right, let the battle-tested attorneys of Battleborn Injury Lawyers get you the help you deserve when you're in an accident. If you let them handle both your claim against the driver and your workers' comp claim, that workers' comp case will be free. That's fantastic. Battleborn, you can call them or visit the website on your screen. They're located near the 215 in Town Center in the Southwest Valley. Battleborn Injury Lawyers is a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.